2024 is coming to an end. There's only 2 more months, 60 more days, and winter is approaching. That is why I'm wearing the beanie right now. It's getting cold nowadays. And what are you still doing? Do you remember that 2024 New Year's resolution that you made with yourself at the beginning of this year? Well, let me ask you this question. How's that going for you? Considering that you're watching this video right now on how to get rich during your winter arc, it probably hasn't gone well, has it? That's okay. It's never too late. But you gotta understand that this journey that you're about to go on is gonna be a lifelong journey. But don't think of that yet. Right now, you just have to be successful with this journey. In 60 days, that's nothing. If your goal is to become rich, become wealthy, become successful at whatever passion that you are pursuing, well, this is the journey you have to be on. It is getting cold, man. Like, the end of the year is approaching really fast and it's about to end just like that. And if you just keep letting your dreams slip by, it's gonna eventually just be gone. And the reason why you want to embark on a lifelong journey, because that will maximize your chances at getting rich. The best time to get started on your passion was 10 years ago. But the second best time to get started on your passion is today. Right now, your winter arc starts today, and by the end of your 60 days transformation period, you will be ahead of 99% of people if you actually stick to it. And that will not be the end of your journey. It's a lifelong journey, remember? And I will go more into details on that later. But first, let's talk about accountability. I usually find that if I post something on YouTube and I say that I'm gonna do the specific thing, I actually am a lot more likely to stick with it, because if I don't stick with it, you guys are gonna yell at me for it, and I know it. So a way that you can keep yourself accountable in a similar method that I use, well, you can leave a comment down below in the comment section and just tell us your plan, how you're gonna get there, what are you gonna do, your financial goals, blah, 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 everything, and just list it out and tell us your affirmations, and then hopefully people can reply to that comment and give you affirmations, and let's just try to support each other through this journey and keep each other accountable. And with all of that said, here is how you can get rich within the last 60 days of this year during your winter arc. And as we get through this video together, let's develop a financial plan together. And the first step that we're going to be talking about together today is to assess your finances. Right now, after this video or during this video, assess your current financial situation. Go over your debt, go over your expenses, go over your income, create a budget for yourself, set your financial goals, and define what rich means to you. Is it to buy that Lamborghini by the end of next year, or is it to just simply be free from the rat race by the end of next year? Determine those answers for yourself right now, because that is the key to success in your 60 days journey. And I will dive deeper into that later on in this video. For me right now, due to having no job at the moment, thanks to Uber though, I am able to pull in like roughly $1,000 a month. I'm still searching for a job every single day, and I'm still praying that job gets back to me. I have multiple interviews coming up actually, and I'll pray that they work out, but I will keep you updated. And my current needs expenses are roughly like $300 a month, mostly for my car, like for gas and for everything. And as for the rest of the $700 that I make monthly, I put that towards my debt, and I've mostly been saving that just for my debt. And that's my financial plan for now, until I find myself a damn job. Step number 2, invest in yourself. For the remaining of the 60 days of this year, you need to invest in yourself. What do I mean by investing in yourself? Well, this can be learning a new skill. Go pursue that certification or that degree that you've been wanting to pursue, that minor or that major, whatever. Like, just go pursue it. I do not mean that minor. I mean the school minor. Like the paper minor, not the other minor, okay? Don't go for the other minor, go for the paper minor. And if you haven't already, go to the gym to improve your physical strength and your mental strength. The gym is literally the easiest way to develop mental strength. And it is also the easiest way to develop discipline, especially if you go with friends. It makes it so easy to commit to the gym. And if you commit to the gym, it gives you so much confidence to pursue other things, and it gives a boost to build up your momentum for your discipline in the future with anything else that you pursue. And not only that, it helps you be healthier. I don't need to go more into details on that, but it's the mental strength and the discipline that you build. That is what truly is valuable about the gym, in my opinion. Or go out there and improve your networking skills. Go connect with more people. Connections leads to opportunities. Opportunities leads to money. And if you want to become rich, you want to have a big network. My rich uncle, he's really rich and he knows literally every single person around his town. He knows the local police, he knows the local businessman, he knows a guy that literally owns a bunch of Airbnbs, he knows another guy that owns a pho shop, he knows another guy that owns a nail salon, and the list goes on. And that makes it so valuable because every time he needs insights into a business, he can literally just gain it just like that by just going out to drink with his friends. And it's literally free insights. But it doesn't have to be that high level. You can still have friends that are working for like a big corporation, and if you need a job, you can be their referrals. Like they can refer you to their boss so that you can easily find yourself a job if you need a job. And that is a way that networking can truly help you and benefit you as an average person. So get on it. Make friends, go outside, touch grass. It will literally make you money. And the last thing, and this is the most important thing, read and research about money. Knowledge when it comes to finance is power. Having financial literacy can literally be the difference between you losing all of your money in the stock market or you making a long-term gain that keeps going up and compounding up and up, that eventually it ends up to generational wealth for you and your family. That is how important financial literacy literally is. And some great and fantastic starter books that I would recommend is number 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It has a great hook for you to get into financial literacy if you have trouble getting into financial literacy. It catches your attention. That's my point. And from there, you can go on to Think and Grow Rich. This is a book about philosophy. If you like philosophy, this book will be really easy to read. But for me, I didn't really like philosophy, so I had to sit through it. But I read through it and I learned a lot about how your mindset can make you rich, literally. And then your third book from here could be The Psychology of Money. And that was my personal first financial book. And I love this book because it's very practical. It has very practical advices, tips, and how to be happy overall with your life in terms of your finances. And those, in my opinion, are the 3 starter financial books. And from there on, your first big step can be learning more niche down stuff. For me, I am currently learning about investing. And so I've been reading The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. And it's such a great book. And it is a great introduction to investing because it goes over everything investing related. Even Warren Buffett said that this is one of the greatest investing book of all time. And Warren Buffett is literally one of the greatest investor of all time. So if he said it, must be good. But in all seriousness, this book, it has literally so many great investing strategies and investing advices that you need to read this book before you start to invest. So overall, for me, in terms of investing into myself, I am currently pursuing accounting as a major. So I'm going to lock in this winter arc and I'm going to actually pass all my classes, unlike before. And I will keep expanding my knowledge on finances through reading more books, focusing more on my accounting class, and make more YouTube finance videos that actually helps you and me. And as for books, so far I've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, The Psychology of Money, and I'm currently on my 4th financial book, which is The Intelligent Investor. And honestly, my financial mindset has literally completely changed ever since I started my first financial book. So if you think that these financial books only offer obvious advices, which they do time to time, but the important thing is that they get you to start thinking in a much more positive way so that you can make more money. Maybe before you knew the difference between asset and liabilities, but now after you've read Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know a much deeper connection between the two. And that is the key on why financial books can literally make you rich. Now, time for us to talk about step number 3. Now, for step number 3, it's going to be more reflective. It's going to be more mental. And the reason why I'm going to be talking about a more mental step later on in the video, as opposed to starting the video off with a mental part. And the reason why I gave you a plan of action first thing first is because taking action is better than planning and just pondering about the action. If you just keep sitting there on your ass, researching the best financial book to start reading, you're simply just wasting time. Just pick one and just read it. You don't need to spend that much time finding your first financial book. As I've said, the 3 great financial books to start reading is either Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, or The Psychology of Money. Just pick one of the 3 and just start reading them. So with that said, step number 3, find your purpose. So let's sit down, you and me, and let's talk about why you want to be rich. So why do you want to be rich? Why do you want more money? Like, isn't your income right now stable enough? Do you want more money to help your mom pay the rent right now? Or is it to later on in life buy your parents a big house that they have always dreamt of buying? Or is it to go on your dream vacation? Or do you just simply want to stop being a loser? That's up to you. But those questions, you need to answer those questions because they are a great first step into finding your purpose. And your purpose is literally what you need to have so that you can start pursuing your passion or your dreams or whatever you need to pursue. Because a UCLA study has found that happiness from a sense of purpose has a healthier genetic effects than pleasure seeking. My purpose on why I want to become rich is because I really badly want to be able to give my girl the universe. And also because I really badly want to buy my parents their own house in the future. To get there, I will either need to succeed in my own career or my own business, and I will achieve one of the 2 in the future. Now, what about you? Have you found your purpose? Well, hopefully you have. And once you have, you are now ready for the next step. Now, you need to find your passion and then you need to start on it. So what is your passion? Do you want to become a musician, a singer, a YouTuber, an artist, a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer? In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel mentions many times that the best path for the average person to attain wealth is going to be through the long haul journey. The reason why I say average person is because, like, if you come from money, you're already set. You're rich ever since you were born. So just maybe don't watch this video. But if you want to become rich or richer, well, keep watching. And the reason why I mentioned that is because you need to choose your career wisely because you are in it for the long haul game. It's okay to change your passion here and there or your career, but know that it will set you back financially or at least mentally. So search deep within your soul. Maybe use the next 60 days to search deep within your soul and stay true to your heart. What is it that you want to do? What is it that brings you happiness? What is it that makes the most money? Consider the 2. But remember to put the happiness above the money because that's how you stick with it long term. Once you have determined it, let's just say that it is to become a YouTuber. You need to work on it now. Start posting today. If you keep just sitting there pondering, thinking of the best first video to start posting and the best niche to go into, the best whatever to go into on YouTube, nothing will literally ever happen to you. I can guarantee you that. I'll bet you $100. You want 100,000 subs? Go work for it. And if you're scared of failure, well, think about this. It is better to fail now than it is to fail later because time will only be more against you within time. And as I've said earlier, the best time to start was 10 years ago and the second best time to start is today. Right now. And this is not my quote, by the way. I stole it from somebody, but you get the point. As for me, my passion is YouTube and finances. I've always loved the idea of becoming a YouTuber ever since I was a kid, just growing up in the world. I've always looked up to YouTubers like PewDiePie for having such a cool, like a deep connection with his subscribers. And my other passion is in business because I love finances. I love dealing with money because growing up, I've always liked tycoons and like simulators where I get to build my own business or whatever, like a theme park tycoon. And I love dealing and growing businesses. So I figured that I would combine the 2 and that I would start a YouTube channel talking about finances. It's genius. Wow, who would have ever thought of that? And by doing this, it will grow my knowledge on finances. And on top of that, I get to pursue my dream career at the same time. And I know that I have nothing to show for it right now. I have no great accomplishments. I have no 6 figures business or whatever. And I know that I get hate for that, okay? Which is why I try my best to base my tips and the knowledge that I share to you guys on the books and the research that I do. for myself, not on my own experience. Trust me, I don't have much to show for it. I know that. And like, as for the negatives aside, I'm so happy that I get to meet all of you amazing people that are subscribed to my YouTube channel right now. And I will be eternally grateful for that. And that is one of the big reasons as to why I am able to keep being consistent with my upload schedule on YouTube. And that leads me to number 5. Be consistent and disciplined with your goals. First off, you need to know the value of your own time. The average screen time on TikTok daily is an hour, and that's only the average. It doesn't take into account their screen time from Instagram, YouTube, playing games, etc., etc. In total though, the average time a person spend staring at the screen daily is 6 hours and 40 minutes every single day. And you sleep for 7 to 8 hours every single day, naturally. So if you add 6 hours and 40 minutes to that equation, that is roughly 14 hours and 40 minutes gone daily. If you have a regular 8-hour shift every single day, you would have an extra 1 hour daily for anything else. That 1 extra hour will probably be spent towards cooking or driving or pooping or maybe crying yourself to sleep after you realize how much of a failure you truly are. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. If you want to be rich, this cannot be applied to you, at least not to that extent. You need to learn to allocate your time into what makes you money, into your goals and your passions, aka learn to improve your financial literacy and spend more time working on your passion, your job, or your business. If you've always had the burning desire to become rich one day, don't pass it off as a pipe dream, okay? That's not your subconscious is messing with you. That is what you want. Utilize it to your advantage. Act upon it. That itch to become rich will never go away from you otherwise, and it will haunt you during your last 7 minutes of life. So the next time you have that burning desire to become rich and make money, use that to find your path. Use that to find out how you're gonna get rich, and answer these questions for yourself. So you want to get rich. How will you get rich? For an example, if your answer was through becoming a successful YouTuber, well, what's the first step to that? Start. That is the first step. Do you need to keep waiting until some big trend come along and then you ride on the trend and then you get viral? No. Do you need that fancy microphone or that fancy camera? Otherwise, people won't watch your videos? No. Just start. Once you have started, make it into a habit. Why? Because God blesses those who patiently endures testing and temptation. So, in conclusion, to wrap this video up, I have one last thought to give you today. Due to this winter arc being only 60 days left, remember to be logical about your losses. For an example, again, if you're a YouTuber, do not beat yourself up if you get 2 views on your next videos. Instead, just keep going. The reason why you got 2 views is because of the algorithm. And the algorithm is out of your control sometimes. Trust me, it promotes the most random videos. I have made videos where I poured my soul and sweat and tears into creating that video, and it would turn out to get 2 views or super low amount of views. In contrast to this, a video where I've spent like a moderate amount of effort into creating would go on to become one of the most viewed videos on my channel for a long time. So keep your heads up the next time a video flop, my friend, and just keep trying, keep improving, and keep posting. And eventually that random video that you create will blow up. And after the 60 days is over, once the new year hits, by the time everybody is starting to create their New Year's resolution, you and me would already be 60 days ahead of them. But are you gonna be rich by then? The truth is, probably not. But as I've said, if you want to become wealthy as an average person nowadays, you are going to be in it for the long haul. After you have locked in for the next 60 days during your winter arc, that's not the end. Far from it. You are going to continue on this journey for the rest of your life. That is going to maximize your chances of success. The winter arc is just a beginning to a better rest of your life. So, please get out of YouTube and get to work now. Anyways, that's about it. Bye.